In order for you to enlighten yourself, you must spread light within yourself. This is the Think Successfully Room. It's excellent. Man, welcome back to another episode of the Think Successfully Room. This is a platform where we focus on building mindsets, we building character, bringing value to both you and your people, and aligning your body with your intelligence. I'm your host, and this is the Miss Tiffany Ingram, and together we discuss the evolution of technology, as we all know, artificial intelligence.
I have been waiting, y'all, all day for him to say that.
How that sound? I wasn't trying to say too much. I was trying to keep it simple and straightforward. So,
man, thank you.
Yeah,
yes, that's it.
Okay, yeah. So yeah, that's what we're gonna go with from now on. That's the intro we're using. But
all right.
Today's discussion though is Walmart's partnership with Openai, the ChatGPT thing. So this is something I think a lot of people have been waiting for, as far as like a big franchise like Walmart, which is one of the biggest franchises, to utilize what technology is today in order to give their customers a better shopping experience, right? So what was your take on that whole situation? Like, how was you excited? Was you questioning some things? Like, what was your opinion on that?
So it's a twofold thing, right? I'm not a fan of Wally World.
Yeah,
like I go right, just because Target just kind of fumbled my whole loyalty, but I'm a Target girl to my heart. But this is monumental, right? So we've been saying forever, AI's coming. Well, if you don't know by now, and if this doesn't give you a signal, AI is here.
Yeah,
and I think that this is ingenious, right? So you know how many people are already using ChatGPT.
Mm-hmm.
So to have the ability, so for those that don't know, and I know we're going to get into it, but basically this partnership, Walmart's partnership with OpenAI, allows you to say, hey, I want to make chicken tacos, like, compile a list. Now, I don't know if you have to say specifically from Walmart, or with compiling this list, if they'll automatically give you options from Walmart.
Mm-hmm.
And you can purchase them right in the app, right? And so what I did read about the security, so of course I'll automatically go to, this is great, but what's some of the risk with it, right?
Mm-hmm.
You're putting your credit card into OpenAI. And so a lot of that, again, OpenAI, any platform having my credit card number, they said that they're using Stripe to process purchases, and Walmart's own little tool. But again, the security measures there, like, how are you going to protect my information to ensure that it doesn't get hacked or, into somebody's hands that I don't want it to be in.
Right.
Now, that's a normal risk that you would have with anything. But I just think with this, though, if I were to do it, I would use a credit card that's not tied to my bank account, like with all online shopping.
Absolutely.
Like, you have to treat it as such. And just be really, really vigilant in checking your statements and your usage and making sure that there are no fraudulent charges. But again, with the mixed bag, like, this is huge. And you'll see because I think, Amazon has Rufus. So Rufus is built into the Amazon platform and kind of does the same thing. But to partner with a third party, like, Walmart is trying to change the game and take over.
So I want to throw something in there as far as, like, so this is kind of like finance advice, right? How you said you wouldn't use anything that's tied to your checkings account or anything that's directly tied to your money, right? So, even though the idea or where they're trying to go with the whole ChatGPT thing, in order to protect yourself until they get more safety measures in place, there's probably to utilize a credit card over a debit card. And the reason why I say that is because normally a debit card is tied directly to your checkings account, right? So if somebody compromise your bank account for whatever reason and they get access to your funds, those funds are just gone, right? A lot of times you can't even catch that in time for them to try to reverse the transaction. Now, let's say you utilize a credit card to to make a purchase, right? And somebody compromised the credit card. Well, that's them. They technically stealing from the bank, right? So if you tell the credit card company, like, look, I didn't authorize this transaction, they'll probably shut down the account, ship you a new credit card. No damage done. Your money is protected. They protect themselves, and then that's how they normally go about it. So, so that's just the simple finance advice, right? Use a credit card and not a debit card in order to protect yourself in the meantime. Now, one thing I was trying to understand, and I'm sure you probably can explain to me better, is I was trying to wrap my head around exactly how you would be able to shop Walmart through ChatGPT. Like I was trying to make sense of it, but I wasn't really understanding for real. So maybe you can clear that up for me.
So from what I could gather, so again, please don't think that I just know everything. I went to Perplexity. I'm always going to tell y'all where I go. Like, I'm very, very transparent when it comes to the usage of AI. And for those that don't know and haven't been tuning in, which I should go back to a couple other episodes, Perplexity really, I use it as a research tool. It's really my Google search on steroids, right? Mm-hmm. So basically what this is saying, and I'm reading right from here because, again, the setup is amazing here. Walmart is going to have this it's a Walmart's AI assistant within ChatGPT called Sparky. Okay. So basically what people will do is say, hey, I want, create, again, let's just go with the list of, I want to create chicken tacos for a family of 4, right? Mm-hmm. What ChatGPT will do, it will compile a list of ingredients, and then it will also let you shop. Like, okay, this is Walmart. You have ground chicken from Walmart at this price. I'm guessing is going to be that way. And you can actually put it in a cart right in your ChatGPT chat, right? Mm-hmm. So you never have to leave the chat. You never have to leave the platform. You can purchase it right in ChatGPT. And again, this is groundbreaking for retail stores anyway, because people are already like looking for ways to, have people shop for them, right? Mm-hmm. I can make a list, have somebody shop for me. Now I can get the recommendation. If I've never cooked chicken tacos a day in my life, I can get the ingredients, purchase them. Now I don't know if they'll have the shoppers function, like having someone shop for you to do that, or if you actually have to go there and pick it up, like how it's going to be delivered to you. I don't know that part yet. But you can get directions, food, all in one chat and all in one platform. And it's like, again, I foresee this being a way that people are going to start shopping. It was also happening with another company too. Etsy was doing the same thing, allowing people to shop right in the chat. So yeah, it's going to happen via, Walmart's going to have their own assistant in ChatGPT. Now I'm trying to see, there's a timeline here. Because they're rolling it out in phases. So they just announced a partnership. And then after that, it'll be open to a few areas, a few states, to include some of the Midwest states too. So I think that like Texas, what did it say? Like Texas,
so
gotta find it now.
Is they starting it? So like they starting this in Texas? That's what you...
So, yep. So they're having a pilot launch starting now, October 2025 through December 2025. Mm-hmm. And it's going to be a limited U.S. rollout for Walmart members and Sam's Club members. And the pilot areas are going to be Arkansas, Texas, California, and some of the Midwest markets. So I don't quite know where in the Midwest, but some of the Midwest areas could see this actually being included into their ChatGPT. Like I almost did it before I got on with you. Like, okay, create me a grocery list, and then just to see if Sparky, the Walmart AI assistant, is will pop up and provide that information.
So I wonder would it be because since Walmart is shopping with, let's say Walmart is the only franchise that has incorporated ChatGPT for a while, right? So I wonder if let's say you create a shopping list and they just automatically know, okay, he's trying to shop at Walmart. So I'm sure you heard of Instacart, right? Now this is just an idea that obviously Instacart allows you to shop online through the app, and then you get your product delivered to your door. I wonder if they would and this is just an idea, I wonder if they would utilize something like an Instacart platform to where, okay, you shop or do your shopping through ChatGPT, and if you have a Instacart login or account on your phone, ChatGPT just know to input those items into your Instacart, and then automatically process. Like if you paying through ChatGPT, it'll process it for you, and then it'll get your product delivered to your door just through the ChatGPT platform without you really having to touch Instacart though. But it's utilizing Instacart to get your product delivered to you. I wonder if that's something that they would, and that's just an idea. I'm not sure exactly how they gonna do it, but I heard of Walmart, and I think Sam's Club as well, if I'm not mistaken, was going to implement the same idea.
The same thing. I foresee that being an option again with Instacart, because once all of these other retailers start to see how this whole integration is working with Walmart, again, do you want to be first and fail fast, or do you want to be maybe second and learn from the first integrator's mistakes, right?
Right.
So once people start to see how this is going to work with Walmart, I think they'll start jumping in. But here's the thing, I don't know if it'll be not too late, but this could really catapult, if done correctly, this can catapult and take off for Walmart. Like they're already projecting, like different platforms are already saying like, hey, they've surpassed Amazon, and Amazon's been on top for a long time.
Oh, wow.
Right?
Absolutely. Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like everybody's like, I'm going to Amazon to find this. I'm going to Amazon to find this. And it's really, Amazon had us in the chokehold because you get your stuff next day and all kind of other stuff. But if I could just go to ChatGPT and figure out maybe how to cook something I've never cooked before and get the stuff and buy it and get it delivered to me, like that's a game changer.
You can't beat that, and it's all from one place. You know what I'm saying? It's like in the whole and it's crazy because even though when you sent it to, I'm like, okay, this is kind of a game changer. But then I'm starting to be, now I'm curious of why nobody else have thought of this. As long as ChatGPT has been there, nobody have thought of this. And Walmart, and it surprises me because Walmart don't even have Apple Pay in the store. Like you know how most stores you got a tap to pay. Walmart don't even have that. You don't even have a choice but to utilize to use a card or something. And I said a while ago, like, okay, Wally World finna have to update technology or something, because this don't make no sense. Like I'm used to going on my phone, going to my cards on my phone and tap to pay. But then they surprised me with we're going to incorporate ChatGPT into our shopping experience to get them a more efficient way of shopping. So, they got a hand clap from me, even though I'm surprised nobody else came up with that. But they doing their thing.
Well, and I think too, it's just so much that you can do with it. Like Walmart is trying to, they have some pretty big initiatives. Like this is a huge one. Them teaming up with Openai to get classes for their employees. That's huge, right? So you're creating a whole catalog of stuff that your employees can go in and learn about AI. Like they're creating the ecosystem, and what they don't have naturally, they're partnering to get it. Yeah. So that's really, really forward thinking. Like I know a lot of employees are not happy with Walmart. You see some of the videos, they cussing out people as they exit and resign. But you can see like Walmart is really investing in AI and making it accessible not only to their customers, but to their employees at the same time. Absolutely. And I think that helps speed up your growth. And this is what I talk to a lot of people about. And even in my messaging regarding my business, it's like, you have to bring people along on the journey first. You have to train them and make sure that they're comfortable with navigating and working with AI before you offer it to your customers.
Absolutely.
Right. So, because that person on the other end needs to be able to walk that customer through, okay, this is how you get to this result, right? So, I think I mean, again, I don't think anything's perfect, but they playing the game and they leveling up while they're doing it.
They doing exactly what they supposed to do as far as incorporating, what the world is today. You know what I'm saying? Like we done had a lot of discussions like that. Like it's either you gonna utilize AI or you not. It's either you gonna utilize AI and compete with your competitors or not use it and fall behind the people that's actually implementing it, right? And not only is Walmart offering AI courses to the employees, but you actually get a certificate behind that AI course from what I read. So just imagine how many employees Walmart has that's not really big or hip to the AI field or the AI region, and then they can learn about it through their job. And once they see how valuable it is, now they can take that knowledge and that information and maybe create something of their own. So in a sense, the way I look at it, like if Walmart is offering AI, artificial technology or artificial intelligence classes to their employees, it's giving them an opportunity to learn about it. And once they learn about it, they see the value of it, and then they can use that knowledge to be able to create something of their own outside of Walmart.
Exactly. Exactly. And I think you empower the people, they'll go where you need for them to go, right?
Yeah.
And so, again, I don't know the ins and outs. I don't know how successful. I think that's really a case study to really look at how Walmart is really leaning into AI, and again, what are some of their next year's goals and initiatives, because all that stuff will be public knowledge because they're a publicly traded company. But yeah, they're really, as companies look to invest in AI, this is probably one model that I've seen where, again, they're doing it very, very quickly.
Yeah.
But you're starting to see, right, where they're truly investing in their employees and into their technology and software to better serve their customers and make it more convenient for them. So I'm really interested to see what this investment, what the return is going to be, because this is huge.
Yeah, I'm kind of on the fence with you when it comes to Wally, where I'm not the biggest fan of Walmart. Like even to this day, I don't like going into Walmart. There's something about going into Walmart. I give credit when it's due, and that was it's a smart move for the franchise. And I think they realized that it's not just about a search bar no more. Like how we used to go on Google or maybe Yahoo. Or at one point it was I think it was Jeeves or something like that. Being like
for that,
all these different search engines where you go, type in, you looking up something, and it provides you with, hundreds of different results, right? When ChatGPT is very good at breaking down the amount of choices that it provides for you to make it more simple. So for them to incorporate that model into their customer experience was a very smart move, and they see where people is starting to spend majority of their time, because I can arguably say people is spending more time on ChatGPT than on Google search bar than they maybe 5-6 years ago. Now it's ChatGPT. When I want to know something, when I want to learn something, I'm asking the AI. So they're investing their money in all the right places. Yeah, definitely. I agree.
Like I said, look, AI is not coming. It is here.
Yeah,
it's here.
Like, especially if a franchise like Walmart is implementing that, then they understand that AI is here to stay. You know what I'm saying? I doubt it if they're spending money on something that's just temporary. I could see if we were introduced to something and it wasn't getting better by the day, it started to decline over time. But it's getting better and better week by week, month by month. And I could just imagine what it'll be 5 years from now. So yeah, definitely. I think that's a valuable move, not only for Walmart, but also for the employees of Walmart. But one thing I don't want to happen, because like sometimes for me, I like the experience of actually going out and shopping and getting the things that I need to get. I don't want, even though that is going to be a useful tool, it's going to be convenient. I don't want that to, to make people lazy to the point to where they don't want to even leave the house simply because they can buy what they want at the click of a button. I still like if it's times where your schedule is just hectic, it's busy, and you really don't have the time to go out and do some shopping, then of course utilize that and make it easy for you. But if you got time on your hands, get some exercise in. Get some steps in and go to the store and do some shopping. Don't allow the technology to make you less of a person or antisocial. Definitely that's big. I like the idea, but don't let it ruin you as a person.
And that's huge. I mean, because I can tell you, I have to force myself to go outside. Like I try to schedule something at least every other day. And it feels like a chore because, again, me owning my own business, I have my own home office in my basement. Like I can literally be down here from sun up to sundown and not really know what's going on outside. So, and having meals delivered, Uber Eats know me. Like they send me, hey girl, like, are you ready to eat? Like, you know what I mean? So being intentional and getting out, and because I started to notice that it felt like a job to go outside and really be social with people. And so I think, too much of anything is a bad thing.
Right.
So we just have to be mindful of our consumption, our intake. Because again, this is a tool. It's literally supposed to create more time for you so you can have that work-life balance, right?
Absolutely.
So don't forget to have life, right? Now that you have this newfound time, it's like, okay, let me hurry up and get through these tasks that are manual so I can have more time to spend with my family, to go outside. Like I noticed too, like the internet and social media is making people less social or socially awkward, right? So I've had people, I've been out in places and I've felt people staring at me, didn't say a word, didn't say hey, didn't say anything. But as soon as I left, they was like, oh my God, it was so great seeing you. And it's in my DM. And I'm like, why do you say something like that? Why do you say something to me? Like, you can say, hey girl, like you can say something. If I see you out, I'm gonna say, oh, hey, you know what? Let me say hey to you. We're Facebook friends. I don't know if you know, blah, blah, blah. But it's like, like you said, don't allow these convenience to make you less social, and to maybe even make you socially awkward, because now you don't need to leave your home, but in essence, you do.
Yeah, and the reason why I say you need to leave your home, because you still need to know what it feels like to be around people, not necessarily in a large setting, but you still need to know how it feels to have different humans around you. You could be somebody that love to go out, you love to be social, but when you got tools like this that takes you away from that, you may not know how to balance that. And I just feel the longer you are away from being able to be social, the more socially awkward you become. You know what I'm saying? So I think that's important to balance that. Utilize it as a tool, but definitely if you got the time, go out and just to keep yourself and tame, just to keep yourself tame. Cause like I probably will react the same way you would. Like if I'm out and about and I feel somebody staring at me, I'm kind of like, man, nigga, say something. Like, buddy, like say something. Like don't just stick. Cause my peripheral is good. Like I can see you see me. You know what I'm saying? So don't sit here stare at me in public. Don't say nothing, but soon as you get at home and you feel comfortable, you in your comfortable zone, hey man, bro, it was good seeing, like you said, man, it was good seeing you, bro.
Like, did I see you? Did I see you for real?
but I'm
I
playing
don't know.
dumb though. I really seen you. I just didn't want to tell you that, but I seen you seeing me, man. Like, man, you got to speak up. But yeah, definitely, I think this type of technology will make you, like, if you let it get the best of you, it would definitely make you socially awkward. And you know, I want people to avoid that for sure.
Me too, because really, you know, I've interviewed people for jobs as an HR professional, and some of the most painful interviews are the folks that have a great resume, but they cannot articulate themselves when it's time to kind of walk through your experiences and how you would respond in different scenarios. And I think that even with that, it's like you still have to have some form of human interaction.
Absolutely.
Especially when you go in for these interviews. Like, if you can't put a subject and a predicate together and it makes sense, then your resume will only get you so far, right?
That is true.
So I think, again, to your point, there is a level of, you need to make sure that you're socially equipped to still, you know, interact with people.
Yeah, because that I'm glad you brought that up. I didn't even think about that. So yeah, you'll lose your ability to speak. Like you on here talking to a chatbot all day. Like, that ain't the same as you talking with your fingers at that point. That ain't the same as actually articulating yourself.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So when you talk to somebody all the time, or like how me and you hop on here on a weekly basis, bi-weekly basis, or when we doing these episodes, like that's essentially giving us practice to speak, you know what I'm saying? Not necessarily to each other, but people outside of the episodes, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, when you at home all day and you speaking to a chat box, that's not the same as being able to articulate yourself. And it's kind of an embarrassment when you have an impressive resume, but you can't really articulate what's on the resume.
No.
You know, that's embarrassing.
Yeah.
So that's crazy.
And a lot of people are not going to take the time to even see and understand, like, okay, let me help them articulate themselves. They just like, look, you can't do it. Next. Yeah. And so I think you really do need to make sure, you know, even allowing your kids too much screen time. Like, we like to put a phone. Most kids can operate a phone and an iPad better than they can say they are ABC. So you still need to let them go out and play and be active. Right. And the same thing is no different for adults. So I'm glad you said that, because that really, we have to be mindful.
Yeah, it's all a balance. Like, I think this whole, like, and like I said, the whole idea of what they're trying to innovate, you know, Wally World is man, it's a good move. You know what I'm saying? For the company,
it's impressive.
for the employees of the company, man, it's a step forward. And I think they're really going to set the blueprint, or they're going to set the foundation for every other company, because when they see how well Walmart is doing just by implementing something that's as simple as ChatGPT, every franchise is going to want to do the same thing and make it more convenience for their customer and their fan base. So yeah, that was very, very valuable, Tiff. Appreciate you for that. That conversation was needed. That conversation was needed. I got an intro, you know what I'm saying? I hit you with an intro. We had an amazing conversation. And
we did.
Is there anything else you want to add about the subject of Wally World and the partnership they have with Openai?
Not so much as that. Like, be on the lookout for that. If you're a ChatGPT user, you know, try it out. Again, they're trying it, and I'm looking at the screen. They have a pilot launch starting this month through December 2025. Then there'll be a national expansion January of 2026 through March of 2026. And then mid-year in 2026, there's an international and marketplace integration. So this is actually going to impact sellers too. So third-party sellers on Walmart, they're going to extend the feature to them. So not only because you're selling on Walmart's platform, if you're an independent third-party seller, now you can also be included in the search in ChatGPT. So I don't know what that's going to look like, but probably maybe they'll provide like a tiered offer or something like that. So a lot of stuff is happening. Keep your ear to the street, like, right? Because you got to
Absolutely.
know. You got to know these things. So we talk a lot about, when I first started talking about this, I told parents or like adults, understand how it's going to show up in your kid's school.
Mm.
Understand how it's going to show up in your job. Now understand how this is showing up in your personal life, like how you get food.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Like I was,
You know what I mean?
speaking of kids, I want to throw this in there before we close out. Like think about how convenient that'll be around school time. School about to start.
Man.
You need book bags. You need pencils, notebooks, all of these things. That's probably hectic. Everybody in here trying to do their last minute shopping.
Yep.
But just think about how convenient it'll be to be able to go on ChatGPT and shop for book bags and school supplies from the comfort of your own home without having to leave. Obviously make it still create a balance, but it could be a time where everybody is in the store trying to do that last minute shopping, right? But everybody may not be hipped to the ChatGPT partnership that Walmart have, but you are, and you can make it more of a convenience. So Tiff, well, man, appreciate that. That was very informative. I want to throw this one resource in here for people because I know artificial intelligence could be difficult to keep up with, right? So a lot of people have iPhones, right? So iPhone or the Apple have a news app on the phone that probably costs you no more than like $12, $13 a month, right? But they pull different sources from just about every website you could think of and put it in one hub. And this could be on artificial intelligence. This can be on health. This could be in financial literacy, whatever. But you can save artificial intelligence to your favorites. And now they provide you with the latest artificial intelligence news. And this is how you stay on top of it instead of being lost and not knowing where to start. That's where you can start at. Then now just make it a habit to get on there every day, every other day, and read up on some of the latest news on artificial intelligence, and then that's how you stay on top of
it. Great tip, because if you scrolling anyway, if you on Facebook, you go ahead and scroll through the news a little bit and again, stay on top of what's happening.
Absolutely, that's how. And then, I mean, if you're not willing to invest $13 into your knowledge, you ain't really ready to invest in anything. That's $13 a month. That's not bad. Most of y'all spend $80, $90 on drinks every weekend. You know what I'm saying? So you can spend $13 on some news. So, without that being said, y'all, just hey, take that tip and live with it. So without that being said, y'all, life is good. Life is wonderful. Be blessed to be alive. Self-sufficiency is how you survive. To the kings and queens, to the guys and goddess forever and always, think successfully. It's excellent.